Those are lots of chunks from the top of the silage pile. See where the birds have been eating. Anyhow, got the Kenworth going. I've had some problems with it. I think it's got a EGR issue. It's hard to believe that 2 days ago I got stuck in the mud trying to feed the cows with the truck. So cows have had bales the last couple of days. Yesterday was a big storm. We're supposed to get another foot of snow. School's canceled today. It didn't turn out as bad of a night as we had, so the highways are decent, but we had 4-foot drifts all around. But the snow's powdery and you can drive through them. There's the elusive hay burners doing what they do best, burning hay. So I'm gonna load up the truck with beet pulp and silage and just take it out and make little piles. It would be better if I had my feed truck's 4-wheel drive fixed and I put my tires out in the field and then go fill tires. It'd be a lot more efficient that way, but sometimes you just do what you gotta do. You can see a lot of the cows are just waiting there. They heard the truck running, but there's snow drifts all around. I got up, I shouldn't say get up early. I went out early enough and had the tractor going in case I needed to plow all the snow in the yard for Robin to get to work. But I took her Yukon out and put her in 4 high, and with the snow's powder you could just drive through it. So even there was some big drifts on the gravel road and I just drove through them all. But yesterday I had to go take my mom to Lethbridge and then pick up my dad from the hospital. He had knee replacement. So that was yesterday's adventure. But the highway from Lethbridge was good. I drove 120 past all the guys. That's 120 kilometers per hour for my American viewers that are enjoying Thanksgiving today. But so I passed everyone else that was driving 80 kilometers or 50 miles an hour. Cold Wild, hey? Enjoying the snow? I haven't fed the dog, that's why he's out. Usually he's in his doghouse just relaxing. But I'm gonna go use this tractor and go load up. I'll bring you when I'm loading. Well, I didn't get loading video because I was on the phone with Ty. So Jessica's with me now. She doesn't have school, so we're gonna feed. I don't think we'll be able to video unloading because it'll be too loud. Because you'll hear that alarm the entire time. That's the airbags dumping on the truck. We had a full load on though. Probably 12.5 metric ton. That's 2,204 pounds per metric ton, so there's lots of short tons there too. So I'm just raising the box. And then I'll just keep doing it to where I get a little pile off everywhere. Here, you can show all your mirrors, Jess. Teflon liner makes a big difference. There's just a little piece of snow there. The snow was up to there, drifted across here, so I dumped out most of it, but I couldn't get about 8 inches out of the bottom, so it all came out with the silage and pulp. So now I just gotta lower it down and shut the tailgate. Got a big pile of silage there, but can't change it. So we fed the cows one load and decided we'd feed them another load while we could get out there. So what's in front of us is beet pulp and there is some silage. So on the beet pulp, it weighs so much that I do not close the grapple. I just get what the bucket can hold, because this bucket holds a lot. Like, I've probably got 3,000 pounds in the bucket right now without grappling it. It's not crazy cold. Yesterday it was -8 in the morning with a -27 wind chill. That's Celsius. You know, because of the wind, but the wind isn't bad right now, and it's probably -12 Celsius. So it is not, so we're not having to feed the cows just to keep them warm, you know, like we don't have to feed them, you know, 30% more or something. But it was one of those deals where some of this beet pulp I have is old and it might as well be out there. And when it does get warmed up, the frozen stuff, they'll eat it anyways, the stuff that's been frozen. And I don't get worried about the snow because it's going out. When I feed the calves, I'll make sure that I clean the snow all away. So you can see there's a little bit of mold on the bucket on the left side, or some of the top pieces, because we didn't get it covered. But when you have 10 days of 50-mile-an-hour wind, you can't cover silage. But everything's rough because it was so wet. I mean, like I said, 2 days ago, I got the truck stuck trying to unload beet pulp. So, and even when Jess and I took this truck out to feed, my grapple hits the sideboard, so that's why you can see I don't dump really fast. I gotta make sure I don't hit it. But when Jessica and I drove the truck out, we actually broke through and spun in the mud in one spot where it was really wet. And I can't go out my normal way because I have to, there's 5 feet of snow all the way across my trail, and I'd have to plow it. Why don't you tell people how you're doing, Jess?
I'm doing good. My arm's feeling way better.
Got 2 more weeks with the cast?
Yep, 2 more weeks. And then hopefully we can take it off if everything's all healed good.
And you go to basketball practice every day except for when there's no school and it's canceled?
Yep. He said I'm not allowed to play in games though, so...
Because the cast is a deadly weapon with girls' ball.
Yeah. But I'll be able to play soon.
But at least you're part of the team, and when you have the ability, you'll get to play.
Yep.
Now we'll bring them back out, Jess, later. There, the cows have been fed. Like I said, they'll step on that. It's, like I said, I hate feeding them on the ground. Silage was not meant to be fed on the ground, but like I said, with the beet pulp and stuff, you know, it'd be better if I put it all in the tires or in the bale feeders, but I'm trying to keep my manure getting spread, and anyhow, you make excuses for what works for you. But I gave them 20 ton, that's metric, so 22 short tons, and I normally go by imperial ton, you know, 2,000 pounds, but with the airbags on this truck, I can tell you exactly what the weight is in metric, because when you're hauling pulp, it's all by metric, and grain or whatever, it's all by metric. We sell cattle all by the pound though, and I sell and buy feed all by, like hay, everything, and straw is all by the short ton. Well, Jessica's sitting in the tractor. Brought it to the yard so the fat boy didn't have to walk, and now Jess and I are going to go push snow down to the calves and bed. We haven't fed grain yet, so I'm a couple hours late, but I knew I couldn't get through with my pickup truck, so. And the cows have been standing on that side, and, you know, had north winds, so normally we have west winds, but when it storms with snow we get north winds, so I'll bring you guys back out. I just got off the phone with Wyatt so I could film again. So just fed these guys grain. We are 4 hours late feeding grain, or I am 4 hours late feeding grain. But they got a nice bit of straw there. I'm just gonna, we're still in the thing where not every calf goes and eats perfectly. So this cow thinks she gets grain. Just watch your ears for a second. Sniper! He's probably out chasing chihuahuas right now. Sniper! Here's my empty buckets. So, the big bulls we gave straw to. Looks like there's about 8 of them laying down. But they all can fit. Yeah, the dog was out chasing chihuahuas. Bothering my little Mexican Mennonite neighbors. Because there's no school, little kids are out playing. And they're not, like, he won't bother the kids, but he'll bother the 2 chihuahuas they have. And then I'll have problems. Here, just hold up a sec. So little bulls have their grain. They got straw. Sniper just took a dump in the straw. Thanks, buddy. What a great dog you are. You know where the manure goes. Dry cows, like I said, still have that calf in there I need to pull out, but they got straw and I just fed them their grain. And they should have been shipped yesterday, but with the storm and the fact I had to take care of my parents, they didn't get hauled away, so I'll just keep feeding them. And like I said, you sell them by the pound, so like if they gain 20 pounds, then you know, if they're worth $1 a pound, that's $20. So that's pretty easy math. But it takes me 2 fingers to do this gate up, so I'll get the gate shut and I'll bring you back. We got Sniper in the truck now. Well, looks like the cops are driving down my road. Hope they're not out for me. I haven't had to beat up a cop in a while. Don't need that kind of trouble. Anyhow, it's a little snowy here. This was about 5 feet deep there before I brought this tractor through, and then you break through into the muck. Cows are still eating in the field. Sniper still sitting in the back. Anyhow, I'll just feed grain. Oh, look at this. Whee! It's 11:41. Woo! I don't think you can call that morning chores anymore. So I won't feed until 5 o'clock now, the grain. And they're not on enough grain that's going to screw them up. Like if they were on 25 pounds of grain, 30 pounds of grain, I wouldn't do that. But when they're on 4 pounds of grain, 3 pounds of grain, you know, not a big deal. Right, Snipe? Hey, Sniper baby. Who's a snow dog? Are you a snow dog? So like I said, the sun goes down at 4:30, but you can still see until 5 without a light. Mind you, I'll see. The sun's trying to come through, so I'm not too worried. I can use the force too. Anyhow, I'd like to make a fun video where I do something really productive, but I'll get a straw those cows this afternoon, so I don't know if I'll show that. But it went and started snowing again, so there's kind of no purpose of putting out a bunch of straw bales when it's still snowing, especially on cows that are going to be eating for a few more hours. So anyhow, I will let you go. There's a big quad track tractor with a grain cart going. I don't know if that neighbor, he runs 70, he's got 70,000 acres of irrigation. So I don't know if that means he's done combining or give up for now. But I will bring you back out or say goodbye to you later. So see you in a bit. One of my least favorite jobs. watering horses and watering Sniper. Oh, you're so much work, Sniper. So, oh yeah, Victoria's, I water good. So just watering horses. Got my tractor warming up. Then I'll feed these guys, and then we're gonna straw cows. It's snowing again and the wind's blowing, so it's gotten quite a bit. It's only minus 10 Celsius, so that's not bad at all. That's decent weather, but with that snow and then with that wind, it's probably about minus 20 with the wind chill, and that's no fun. My little bare hand's getting cold, so I'm gonna water these hay burners and feed them hay. It's like I do it twice a day. Anyhow, I'll bring you out when I'm strong. Down at the far end, getting some straw. This is new straw, that's why I'm driving past it and going to the other end. I got the horses watered and fed, and I looked on my phone, and right now the temperature is 10 degrees Fahrenheit, and then it's minus 5 with the wind chill. So, like I said, it's not bad out. If we didn't have the wind, it'd be jacket weather. But with the wind, it's, you know, I was out for 45 minutes with the horses and stuff, and I'll tell you, I got chilly. Well, my face got chilly. So, anyhow, I'm gonna straw them cows up. Haven't given the cows much straw this year, and believe it or not, I have to put the straw in the field because their straw bed is so wet and not frozen that I will get the tractor stuck if I try to straw them on the bedding pile. So, but those are the pitfalls living in Alberta. Don't have enough hands. There we go. And this tractor can handle 2 bales just fine, but what I like to do is I'll get them out and then I'll put one on the back and one on the front. And you gotta pay for this equipment over again when things break, and you figure out how many tens of thousands of dollars you put into a loader. After you spend $25,000 for the loader to put on the tractor, you just decide to do things a little easier on things. So anyhow, I'll bring you out when the straw's getting rolled out. Well, we got the cows bedded. The last bale we powered out. These corn stalks and a foot of snow was too much for my decrepit body, so we used the tractor to unroll it, so it doesn't unroll as nicely, but can't change it because I was tired. Cows are still eating silage and pulp. It is currently, the sun has set, it is dark, we got lights on, but you can still see without it, and the phone enhances every bit of light that we got. But that row there, that's what we like to see, is you can unroll a bale as long as it took you to bale it, but there's already some cows laying on it. They'll pick the wheat out of it. They'll eat all the wheat that's in there, and then they'll be laying on it. Because at least the cows get a place to lay down tonight. Like I said, it's not crazy cold, but I tell you, I'd like a place to lay down at night, so we do the same for our stock. But I'll take Jess home, and I'm gonna go do my grain chores, because it is, I better stop, 4:55. So I said I'd do grain at 5, so I need to go do my grain. Those cows are all relaxing. That bale unrolled really fast. We just pushed it and the whole thing fell apart, so it was a little drier bale. But like I said, next spring when I'm trying to work everything up, I'll be cussing about putting the straw there. But for right now, it was the right choice. If I gotta run the heavy harrow there, I will. If we have the right winter and things smarten up, they'll go back and pick through it and scatter everything too. So, and the disc will go right through it. But better get just got back and I better do my grain. Well, it's hard to see. Well, not for me, it's fine, but there's a little sniper over there. So, the big bulls don't get any grain. They aren't gonna have to breed for a few months, and they're on good silage and beet pulp, and so they don't need any grain. Some of the younger bulls, if we think they don't have enough condition, come March, if they got enough frame, you can put on quite a bit of weight pretty quick. You know, it's nothing to put 200 pounds on a bull that is framed up. If you're thinking he doesn't have enough condition, pretty easy to bring him in and get him to gain. Anyhow, I only carry 6 pails of grain and they only weigh 30 pounds with this ground barley, but this fat boy is tired. So, Sniper's tired. He's actually a little chilly, so he's gonna get a fresh flake of straw for his doghouse tonight. He can nestle in that. Be a happy dog. Well, I don't know what you'll see, but be sure to comment, rate, and subscribe, and have yourselves a great day. I promise next video we'll do something cool. Go rope a cow or something. Have some fun. Play cowboy. Bye. Take care.